Hey guys, what's going on? This is the fourth rendition of my touring rig. So just wanted to give you a walkthrough of some new pedals I have on the board, and I get asked a lot, what is the signal flow? Like, how is everything working? What's everything going? So I thought I would walk through that. Just to start off, right now I'm playing my Les Paul Custom. It has a Malfitano PAFs in it, and then it's going, my main amp is the Rain, which is an EL84 based amp, and it's going into an orange 412 cabinet with vintage 30s in it, Celestians. And then this, I'm running stereo. I have this Morgan coming out of my delay, so my delays are all in stereo and stuff. And this is a Morgan Dual 40, it's the vintage specs, also an EL84 amp. But the cool thing about this Morgan is you can switch the preamp section to either an EF86 or 12AX7. So it's really cool. Right now I have it on the 12AX7, which is a little bit chimier than the EF86. So yeah, the just basic signal. That's just coming out of the Rain. Okay, so I'll walk you through it. So out of the guitar, I'm going into, this is an Evidence Audio Forte cable. I just switched these cables and they are awesome. They're really rad. So I'm going into the board here, and then it's going into my volume pedal. This is a Goodrich volume pedal. And then the volume pedal is going straight to my straight to my fuzz. So this fuzz right here is a JHS mini foot fuzz. And you always want to have your fuzzes before your buffers. So it goes volume pedal to the fuzz is going into the buffer. So this is a JHS Mr. Magic buffer, which is always on. It kind of just sparkles. Just like gives a little bit of punch as it's going through all this crazy amount of pedals. So it goes into the buffer, and then from the buffer, it's going into the MusicomLab. So the MusicomLab I've had for a while. It's basically the heart of my entire pedal board. It's a MIDI controller. It's also a true bypass strip, and it's really rad because it lets you program up to 8 pedals into it. So what's cool is there's banks, and each bank has 4 presets. So there's 25 banks. So the first bank, you know, I have here programmed as our song Getting Older. So then I hit the first button and it turns on, right now it's turning on the Adrenalinn and the Klon. So what's cool is you can push a button and it will turn on several pedals at once. You can turn on 2 pedals, 5 pedals, 8 pedals, 1 pedals. And what's also rad is it acts as a MIDI controller, so it sends a MIDI signal to my delay or to my Adrenalinn. So what I have in that, for the very first channel, I have, this is the JHS Clone. It's my ice pedal. And I have that, I have the gain almost off, I have the volume up. So I basically use this kind of just to kind of open everything up a little bit. So there's that. The next thing I have, this is a new pedal. This is the Walrus Audio Voyager, which is really cool. It's a lot like the Klon. I have it for it's like my next step in gain. So I have the Klon first, then the Voyager. Here's the Voyager. That's the Walrus Audio Voyager, which is really cool. The next pedal is this THC Homebrew Electronics Chorus, and I use it for kind of rotary sounds. So I got that, and then I have Boss Phaser. And then the next signal in the chain is the Pog. And I switched out to a micro Pog just because I wanted something a little simpler. I had the Pog 2, and so I just put that on there. Pogs are always fun. And then I have the, let's see, the Adrenalinn pedal. This pedal is really cool. What's rad about it is it's also MIDI, so I'm able to control my presets with the MusicomLab. And so this just does, my favorite thing about it is it does a bunch of cool beat synced filters. all sorts of crazy stuff. What's also rad is it does drum loops. We use some drum loops on the new GRO record just coming straight out of my amp. So you'd never really use that in a live setting, but it's really cool in the studio. So that's the Adrenalinn. Then the next thing in the chain is this bad boy. This is the Strymon Timeline, which is like the sickest digital delay out there. So whenever I activate the timeline, it brings the Morgan into the equation. So I'm now running everything in stereo. So that's just the Morgan. It's MIDI activated, so I can program all my tempos and everything straight into the MIDI thing. And it just has some really cool, like this is a rad setting. Does reverse. Swells. And then from the MusicomLab, out of the timeline, I'll go ahead and leave the timeline. I'll put it back on the just a tape delay. Then I have my wah-wah pedal. This is one of the first pedals I ever have. It's the 535Q Crybaby, but the cool thing about it, it's like a limited edition copper pedal. I think they only made like 50 of them. You know, it's a wah-wah pedal. That's fun. And then from here, the next step in the equation is this is new. This is the Walrus Audio Iron Horse. Which is like fuzz distortion. It's like way over the top, but it's like great for solos or great for like octave type stuff. It's really cool. And then, so I also have another delay. It's this JHS Panther, which I just got. So the JHS Panther is totally analog, which is really cool, but it has a tap tempo. So you can change the tempo. Has a rad feature is you can put something in the effects loop of it. So right now I have the Strymon Blue Sky, which I'm about to show you anyways, which is a reverb with a little shimmer. I have that routed into the effects loop, which means just on the delay trails, on the repeats, I have a little bit of Strymon. So check this out. JHS is just a great all-around. Does the dotted 8 thing really well, but the fact that you can put something on the effects loop is really cool. I love having the Strymon on that. So the next pedal is the Memory Man. I've had that for a while. It's like my favorite thing ever. Shimmer pedal, the Blue Sky Strymon. There's basically like octaves on top of the reverb, so it's really cool. So whenever you use like the Memory Man and then the delay, you can get some really, really cool just ambient stuff. this stuff is I have everything in the Morgan is only coming from here. So all of this stuff, the Memory Man, the shimmer, is only going into the rain. So what's cool about that is I can do a big wash, like put the Memory Man and the shimmer on. It's only going through the orange in the rain, where this is only has like clean delay. So what's cool is you can kind of build like a pad on this side and have a clean signal on this side. So for instance, finally, I have my tuner. So that's basically just the walkthrough of the new rig. I've been really happy with the Walrus audio stuff and of course the JHS stuff. I love this delay. The Panther is just very, very lush. I did a demo on it. So yeah, that's about it. I got I'm also using the Evidence audio speaker cables. Let's see if I can grab one out of here. Which I've been really happy with. Here they are there, and then also using the same, this is the Less Loss audio power cables. These things are pretty sick. And then just guitar-wise, this is like the whole arsenal of GRO guitars over here. This is my White Falcon banjo. This is another bell. I don't know if I've ever shown you this. This is Joshua, our other guitar players, but it's a bell, Flying V, acrylic and wood. It's pretty cool. This is my bell, also acrylic and wood. The Jazz Blaster. So yeah, that's the run through of the new rig. Hope you enjoy. Shoot me an email if you have any questions. Bye guys.